Dear students, in this class we are going to focus SAR of sulfonyl ureas. Already we have seen drugs under that. So now we are going to see only the SAR. So this was the general structure of sulfonyl ureas. Already we have known urea means NH2CO NH2. So what are sulfonyl ureas? The first nitrogen of urea is connected with sulfone. What is sulfone? SO2, that can be called as sulfone. What is the other name for sulfone? That is called as sulfoxide. And in the general structure it is having urea. So first nitrogen is connected with SO2 and the sulfur of SO2 is connected with one aromatic ring and that is having substitution in para position. Third nitrogen is having one more substitution. So that would be the general structure of sulfonyl ureas. So here the urea nucleus that should be connected with the sulfone. Here this sulfone that would be attached with an aromatic ring. So it must have an aromatic ring that is next to sulfone. And this aromatic ring should have a para substitution. That can be represented as R. How the R should be? That should be lipophilic. So in place of R, we are introducing methyl or acetyl or amino or chloro or bromo or trifluoromethyl or methyl thiogroups means the activity would be increased. So in place of R, we can introduce any one of these groups means the activity would be increased. Here this R that was a larger one or more complex one means we are getting second generation sulfonyl ureas. So for second generation sulfonyl ureas the R that would be larger and more complex. If the R is an aryl carboxamido group, so in the place of R we have one aryl carboxamido group. Aryl means that is aromatic, carboxamide means that is an amide. Amides otherwise called as carboxamide, that is CONH2. So in place of R we are introducing aryl carboxamido group means the activity would be increased. So this is mainly for second generation sulfonyl ureas. For example, glibenclamide, that is the second generation sulfonyl urea. So in the place of R we have aryl carboxamido group means the activity would be increased. So that carboxamido group that would be giving more potent compound. Already we have seen what is the example for second generation sulfonyl urea, that is glibenclamide, that is having aryl carboxamido group. So this is the aryl group and this is the carboxamide, otherwise amide. So why it is more potent? Because due to the distance from the carboxamido nitrogen to the sulfonamide nitrogen. So this is the carboxamido nitrogen, this is the sulfonamide nitrogen. So this distance that is responsible for that activity, and how it is binding with the receptor, so that is also affecting the activity. So what is the reason for this activity? Due to the distance from the carboxamide nitrogen to the sulfonamide nitrogen and how this is binding with the receptor. So these two will affect the property and making it more potent. Okay. Now come to R1. So here already we have seen R that must be a lipophilic one. Similarly this R1 that is also should be lipophilic. So the size of the R is crucial for activity. Why that should be lipophilic? Because this is giving lipophilicity to the compound. So that is imparting the property to the compound. So in the case of R1, we are introducing methyl or ethyl groups means no activity will be there. If it is propyl or higher homologs means that is more active. In the place of R1, that is 12 or more carbons means it is not having activity. So that may be propyl or higher homologs, but that should not be more than 12. So it should not have more than 12 carbons means we are getting more active compounds. So that's all about the SAR of sulfonyl ureas. We'll revise that again. So for this would be the general structure: urea that is fused with sulfone, that is otherwise called as sulfoxide. Sulfur of sulfoxide is connected with aromatic ring and that should have para substitution. So this R that is the substituent attached to the para position should be lipophilic. And here also we have one substitution with the third nitrogen, that also should be lipophilic. What all we can substitute in the place of R? That may be methyl, acetyl or amino, chloro, bromo, trifluoromethyl, methyl thiou. So the activity would be increased. In place of R, we are introducing a substituent that is larger and more complex, means we are getting second generation sulfonyl ureas. In place of R, we are introducing aryl carboxamido group. What is meant by aryl carboxamido group? That is aromatic ring with amide. So if any substituent having the structure like this, means the activity would be increased. So we have seen one example, that is glibenclamide, that is having the aromatic ring, that is benzene ring, that is having amide. So why it is more potent? Because the distance between the carboxamido nitrogen with the sulfonamide nitrogen. So that distance is responsible for activity, and also how this is binding with the receptor, no, that is also affecting the activity and making it more potent. Now already we have seen this R1O, that should be also lipophilic, because that is imparting lipophilicity to the whole compound. Okay, in the place of R1, if it is methyl or ethyl, means that is not active, and if it is propyl or higher homologs, means that would be more active. If the R1 is having 12 or more carbons, means it is not having activity. Next class we'll see another anti-diabetic agent.